What if you possessed a superpower that made you a god among men, but a monster in the eyes of humanity? In the stench-choked streets of 18th century Paris, a boy is born with the most perfect sense of smell in human history, yet he has absolutely no personal odor of his own. This is the chilling tale of Jean-Baptiste Grenouille, a man who murders not out of lust, anger, or greed, but out of a twisted, obsessive desire to capture the very essence of beauty itself. Part 1. The Birth of a Monster, Paris. The story begins in the mid-18th century in Paris, described by Patrick Süskind as the filthiest, most foul-smelling city in the world. On July 17, 1738, Jean-Baptiste Grenouille is born behind a fish stall in the gut-churning heat of the market. His mother leaves him to die among the fish guts, but his newborn cries alert passers-by. His mother is executed for infanticide, and Grenouille is sent into the harsh world of orphanages. From his earliest days, Grenouille is different. He survived diseases that should have killed him, possessing an eerie resilience. More importantly, he perceives the world entirely through scent. He can catalog millions of distinct smells, track people from miles away, and disassemble complex aromas in his mind. However, his lack of a personal human odor makes people deeply uncomfortable around him, sensing an instinctual emptiness where a human soul should be. At a young age, Grenouille is sold to a brutal tanner named Grimaud, where he works like an animal. Despite the grueling labor, he survives, waiting for his purpose to reveal itself. Part 2. The First Kill and the Master Perfumer. On the night of the king's coronation celebration, Grenouille catches a scent unlike anything he has ever encountered before. It is the pure, intoxicating fragrance of human beauty coming from a young, red-haired girl peeling plums in an alleyway. Driven entirely by an overwhelming desire to possess her scent, Grenouille approaches her in the dark. To capture her aroma, he strangles her. After she dies, he spends hours smelling every inch of her body, absorbing her scent until she goes cold. This first murder provides him with a grand, dark purpose. He will become the greatest perfumer of all time, dedicated to preserving the ultimate fragrances. Grenouille manages to get himself hired by Baldini, a once famous master perfumer whose business is failing. Using his extraordinary olfactory genius, Grenouille effortlessly replicates and improves competing perfumes, making Baldini rich and famous overnight. In exchange, Baldini teaches Grenouille the formal, scientific arts of distillation and extraction. However, Grenouille soon realizes that distillation cannot capture the scent of non-living things like glass, iron, or human skin. Devastated by this limitation, he falls gravely ill. He only recovers when Baldini tells him about other techniques used in Grasse, the perfume capital of the world. His peaceful isolation shattered by a terrifying nightmare, he discovers that he has no scent of his own. He realizes that because he lacks an odor, he has no identity. He is invisible to the world, a ghost. This realization drives him back to civilization. He decides he will create a synthetic human odor so convincing that humanity will not only accept him but love him. Part 4. The Harvest of Grasse. Grenouille eventually arrives in Grasse, the epicenter of the perfume industry. Here, he learns the advanced art of enfleurage, using animal fats to absorb delicate scents. Now equipped with the perfect method, he begins his masterwork, creating a scent of supreme beauty that will force the world to worship him. To do this, he needs the ultimate ingredients. He begins murdering young, exceptionally beautiful virgins. He kills them silently, shaves their heads, wraps their bodies in fat-infused cloths to extract their scents, and leaves their naked corpses behind. Panic grips Grasse. A serial killer is on the loose, but no one can catch him because he leaves absolutely no physical trace or scent. His final ingredient is Laure Riquez, the most breathtakingly beautiful girl in the region. Her father, Antoine Riquez, senses the hidden pattern of the murders and tries to escape with his daughter. But Grenouille tracks them using only his nose. He murders Laure in an inn, successfully completing his master perfume. Part 5. Execution, deification, and the end. Grenouille is finally caught, found with the hair and clothes of his victims. He is sentenced to a brutal public execution. On the day of his death, thousands gather in the square of Grasse, bloodthirsty and eager to see him tortured. But as Grenouille steps onto the scaffold, he sprinkles a single drop of his ultimate perfume onto his handkerchief. The effect is instantaneous and terrifying. The fragrance waves over the crowd, filling them with an overwhelming, intoxicating rush of pure love, desire, and awe. The crowd believes Grenouille is an angel, completely innocent. Even Lore's grieving father falls to his knees, begging Grenouille to be his adopted son. The execution turns into a massive, uncontrolled public orgy. Grenouille looks down at the thousands of people worshipping him and feels nothing but intense, burning hatred. He has conquered humanity, but he cannot enjoy his victory because he hates them, and they love a lie. They love the perfume, not him. Disgusted by his own success, Grenouille returns to Paris. He walks into the rough market where he was born, surrounded by thieves and beggars. In the middle of the night, he pours the entire bottle of the ultimate perfume over his head. The beggars are driven mad by the divine aroma. To them, Grenouille looks like an angel, and they are overcome by a wild, cannibalistic desire to possess a piece of this divinity. They swarm him, tearing him apart. Within minutes, Jean-Baptiste Grenouille is completely consumed, leaving nothing on the earth but a puddle of spilled perfume in the filthy Parisian mud. Core themes to reflect on: isolation and identity. Grenouille's lack of scent represents a profound lack of humanity and identity, proving that what defines us to others is often invisible. The danger of obsession. The novel serves as a dark allegory of artistic genius turned monstrous, where the pursuit of absolute perfection leads to the destruction of reality.